8A application, current strenuous environment. Obtaining an 8A certification can open many doors in the federal contracting space for small business. The current environment for 8A applicants is very rigorous, and firms are not being replaced within the 8A program as quickly as they are graduating from the program. However, during the same period of time, procurement dollars for 8A firms in the program are increasing. So as we can see from this table, in 2006, 8A firms received $23 billion in federal procurement, and the total number of firms was 9,700. This gave the average 8A firm $2.4 million in 8A revenue. In 2013, 8A firms received $32 billion in federal procurement, and the total number of firms was 7,500. This gave the average 8A firm $4.3 million in 8A revenue. This represents an 80% increase in 8A revenue over a 7-year period on a firm-per-firm basis. 8A firm revenue is increasing because the number of 8A firms is declining, giving more revenue on a per 8A firm basis. A chief cause of the decrease in the number of 8A firms is due to the increased application scrutiny caused by a Government Accounting Office, GAO, study completed in March of 2010. The GAO identified $325 million in set-aside and sole source contracts that were given to firms that were ineligible for the 8A program. Most of the ineligible firms were found to have committed false or misleading statements in their 8A application process, in many instances hiding assets or income of the owners. Here is a summary of the GAO findings on 10 of the 100 firms that were investigated. 1. This firm was ineligible because the president fraudulently reported his adjusted net worth to be $217,000 on his application when it was actually at least $806,000. 2. This firm is ineligible because it is operating as an extension of a graduated 8A firm owned by the same father and son team. 3. The two businesses share top executives, staff, administrative offices, and warehousing space. As such, were determined that they were essentially operating as one company. 4. The president attested to being Hispanic on her 8A application, but she stated on her Maryland driver's license application that she was not. 5. The president failed to declare joint ownership of a $4.2 million in properties located in Virginia, Maryland, and Nevada, including a $900,000 home in Las Vegas, which would have been included in the SBA's calculation of adjusted net worth. 6. This firm was ineligible because it is a shell company that is economically dependent upon a large, privately owned construction company in Brooklyn, New York, and subcontracts all of its work to other businesses. 7. The firm fraudulently received 8A contracts because it graduated from the program in 2001 and used a series of 3 certified companies as pass-throughs to continue obtaining 8A contracts. 8. The firm was ineligible because the president failed to disclose over $1 million in reportable property, including an oceanfront condominium in Florida and 2 townhouses in Virginia. 9. The firm was ineligible because the president underreported his salary to the SBA, stating in 2001 that he earned a salary of $100,000. Tax documents showed he received an income of $1.6 million that year. 10. This firm was not eligible to obtain 8A contracts after the president passed away and his wife failed to report this to the SBA for 2 years. After the president of the firm passed away, his wife continued to submit documentation to the SBA, falsely indicating he was the president. In order to test the SBA's 8A application process, the GAO sent an application to the SBA in which it submitted documents it had fabricated, and the GAO was able to obtain an 8A certification. Due to this discovery, the SBA was given the following recommendations by the GAO. 1. Add additional staff to ensure all 8A applications are thoroughly reviewed. 2. Use of fraud detection tools such as data mining techniques and financial and analytical training of SBA Opportunity Specialists. 3. Increase specificity with respect to economic disadvantage for an applicant's income and asset levels at the time of the application as well as the time of recertification. 4. Require income and assets of an applicant's spouse to be evaluated and included as part of the application process. 5. Limit ability of new firms' participation in the 8A program if an immediate family member was once 8A certified. 6. Develop a more constructive enforcement strategy for 8A companies. These recommendations were adopted by the SBA and have led to much greater scrutiny in the 8A application process. It is now difficult for a firm to make it through the 8A application process without guidance from an experienced partner. The results of this is we have not had an 8A environment where the application is worth so much to the applicant firm at over $4 million per year in average contracts. The SBA is getting more initial 8A applications than it ever has, but the number of 8A firms is declining. Thanks for watching. To further evaluate you and your firm's potential application, you can go to our website and use our pre-qualification tool, or give us a call. In about 10 minutes, we can give you a good assessment of your application.